All right. Good afternoon and good day to all. Welcome to NP Financials April Masterclass today, 7th of April 2024, 3 p.m., 3:05 now at Melbourne, Sydney. Thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedule and joining us on a weekend. That is Sunday. Someone else has joined. So, Dilkushan, hi, sorry, just got used to. All right, Dilkushan. We'll start with a big congratulations to Dilkushan, who actually passed the 200, passed the 50,000 audition. We'll be hearing more from him by trading only one instrument, that is Dow Jones. So it is also possible to pass the audition through trading one instrument only, that is Dow Jones. He did. Congratulations, Dilkushan. Good job done. Keep it up. And now you must congratulate Gautam also. He's also very close to clearing the audition by doing only one strategy. That is our proprietary 4-hour Forex trading strategy. So no matter what you are doing, our guarantee while you started with NP Financials was we will tell you A to Z of trading, whether it is time frame, whether it is instruments, whether it is time zone, anything and everything we'll be telling you, and all the strategies A to Z will be telling you. That was our guarantee, and we have not moved that from that guarantee. And then in the and what happened is from that you need to pick up. From that you need to pick up what instrument is resonating well with you, which strategy is resonating well with you, because we will be giving one strategy for shares, one strategy for commodity, three strategies for Forex, and one strategy for crypto, one for bond, one for indices, and one for intraday. So not many as there are asset class, maybe two more for Forex, being 6.6 trillion compared to shares 100 billion transaction a day. So with that, we are starting with a small note, congratulating Dilkushan for clearing the um, audition, and then on the verge of clearing the audition, Gautam and many more of you will be breaking this session today, a 2-hour session, into three. First, I'll be sharing my experience, my understanding of the share of the markets for last 1 month and for the future 1 month, maybe 35-40 minutes, and then I'll request Marty to talk to us and take us through his magical wave count through Elliott wave, and then most importantly, Kerry. Kerry would be delighting us with us this masterclass and next one. In this masterclass, he'll be explaining and giving out some assessments for all of us to fill out relating to particular aspects of our trading psychology. So that is what she'll be talking, and she'll be also taking us through trading philosophy, personal trading philosophy, methodology, and behavior, and how a mismatch, most importantly mismatch, can cause trading errors. So she has kindly consented her own time, almost 2 hours, today 45 minutes after Marty, and next masterclass for 1 hour, in which she would be doing a presentation on the topics which I told you just now, and a live session with a person who would be interviewed, or mainly would be uh, cooperating with Kerry, and his name is Ben Parkins. Thanks Ben. Right. All right. So we'll start with questions. This will be an interactive session for 2 hours. It is more you to talk, and less I'll be listening. Marty would be listening, and Kerry would be also someone join. Good afternoon, Abraham. How are you? We have just started a few minutes back. So what we'll be doing, we'll be breaking down this through our session into three. So I'll be talking 45 minutes, and after that, we'll take a 1 minute pause just to stop the recording and start the recording, because it is becoming too much of mega giga, also I think megabyte it is, too big a file for 2 hours of video recording. So we'll break it down 45 minutes, 30 minutes, and 45 minutes. So we'll be breaking it down into 3 recordings from now onwards, so that it is easier for YouTube's and our own client portal to handle it properly. And thank you all for your support, for your patience, for your understanding while our client portal was down for 5 days because of a server error. We at NP Financials are with Cloudways. They are good company. For the first time in 13 years, we faced a problem of our client arena, which is this one. Our client arena, which is this one in front of you, was down because of the server varnishing. Those of you who are in IT, probably in Gotham, they would understand what is varnishing. So what was happening by someone mistake in Cloudways, whenever you were trying to log in, they were checking it out. So they were coming back, they were sending you back to the login page. So that was called varnishing. That means case clearing. That was clearing the cache. Anyway, so we are back and running. Thanks for your support. So we'll start with the questions which you have already sent to us. We'll be starting with Vijeta's question, and then we'll go to Gautam's, and then Andrew. So let's start with Vijeta. Vijeta has asked 2 or 3 questions, and Vijeta she is a physiotherapist by profession, and she does not, more often than not, I think she does not work in Sunday as a common thing. But this time, I think she is working on Sunday. But she is present now here from her office, from her chamber. So her questions in front of you. You can actually ask the question by unmuting yourself, or you may ask questions here on the chat section, like Dilkushan said, sorry, just got used to it. Thank you. Thank you. Dilkushan said, Marty said, well done. Kim sends congrats. So you can post your questions here, or you can send the questions to support team. I hope if you don't mind, by pasting the question here, or you can unmute yourself and ask the questions. So here I go with the questions from Vijeta. Could you please help with clarifying the following? She has asked 2 questions. First question would be, could you please show example of 4-hour setup for last week, example for both long and 4-hour setup for the currency pairs? Yeah, we'll definitely do that, Vijeta. As I said, we congratulate who is on the verge of clearing the audition by doing only good afternoon, Kerry. We just started with all the good words for you, Kerry. All right. So I was telling that Gautam just almost on the verge of clearing the audition of 250,000 US dollar by just clearing the bus trading our Forex professionals. As you know, we have Forex beginners, in which we develop traders in daily and 2-day asset class, Forex as asset class, and daily and 2-day strategy. Then we have the advanced, in which we develop traders for the 12-hourly and 12-hourly. Each module would be having different units. Similarly, we have the advanced, the professionals for the 4-hourly. Gautam is doing 4-hourly, and he's on the verge of clearing that audition. All right. So Girija's favorite is USDJPY. All right. So see, Vijeta has asked a question on 4-hour setup for the last week. All right. So let's see what are the 4-hour setups for the last week. When you are trained by us in our Forex professional, then we'll be setting this up in your computer, and the main chart would be this one, along with the line chart here. Those of you who are already know line chart, that is the heart of our strategy builds. So we'll start with Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, according to the strategy, this is the pivot, the in white. According to the strategy, the first one could have been from here, not according to the exactly strategy, because it did not close above the pivot point. But see this So this trend lines, this is a good thing to practice the trend lines, because that actually gives us a lot of opportunities. So if I have to show you that what is there in our trend line, we are big in trend lines, as our friend Ben is very big on trend lines. We are big on trend lines, and our trend lines are there always and on every instrument. So what are our trend lines here in front of you for Aussie dollar? We draw trend lines mainly on the daily. Ben is much better than us in trend lines, and he is working on some other from our strategies. He has actually chosen and actually developing negative ESD. We have a strategy based on, not a strategy, but the entry and stop distance in the form of ESD. So Ben is doing work on negative ESD, and he's getting quite a bit of success there. All right. So these are the trend lines which are drawn from swing low to swing low, provided the swing high is taken out. So that is a valid trend line. Otherwise, we'll be doing invalid trend line. That will be a problem. So in that, these are the valid trend lines which are coming here and sitting, as you can see, daily lines. And we saw a crack and snap back on the lines here. So when you have grown up as a professional trader, when you are passing the audition based only on strategy, that means you have grown up as a trader, and you can take this opportunity on the crack and snap back. Those of you who already know the crack and snap back, then this will be the first opportunity for Aussie dollar. Otherwise, this is very close to our target, so probably will not be entering here. So that is the first one, Vijayta. And then the second one would be the Euro USD. Euro USD, according to the strategy and according to the trend line, we have this one as the first opportunity. That is on the 3rd of April. 3rd of April on Euro USD. We had a small reward to risk here, but it could have been from here. Vijayta, I think you asked a question. Can we twist a little bit our strategy, and can we go long if the opportunity is there on this break, crack and snap back on the break of the S1 to R1? And again, the answer is the same. Yes, you can, provided you are already getting success on the normal strategy, which is from the pivot to R1, R2, R3. All right. Then the next one is the GBPUSD. It was again, like in the Euro USD, it was very close to the R1, which is the target. So we don't have the opportunity here, sterling, but we got one opportunity on the Aussie dollar. And the fourth one would be the GBPCHF, which is doing very good now, because GBPCHF is really doing excellent, as you can see, brilliant. And we have been long from here on 2TP, 2 turning point, on sample setup, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So we got a brilliant opportunity on this one on 2nd of April, which was an opportunity for going long on GBPCHF. Vijayta, are you listening from your chamber? If you have any question, you may ask. I'm trying to answer your questions. And this fellow GBPCHF has given us 68 points. I understand if you are in a medicine chamber, it is not always possible to unmute yourself. But if you have time, you can say yes or no, or just you can type in here, yes, we are on track. Okay. That was for Vijayta. And then the next one would be, we trade only 8 currency pairs. So this is the 5th one, GBPAUD. GBPAUD, we had a tremendous opportunity at 1st of April. 1st of April at 1400, or when it touched the pivot, and rule of 4 actually happened here. Touch close below. Bullish bar, that's fine, but preferably it can be bearish bar, and low taken out. So we went short. If we keep the cursor here, and you will see that it is on the verge of breaking the trend lines. But this is the best one. And if you want to throw a trend line, if you want to throw moving average according to our moving average and pivot point conjunction, that's a tremendous successful setup. If the fee, oh, wow, my goodness, look at this fellow. When moving average and the pivot, when moving average and the pivot are registering the price from the first day, that is Monday, that can be, we said in our module, in our modules, we said that can be a tremendous opportunity. How many of you remember this? Vijayta, Ben?
Yep, I remember that one.
Ben said he remembers that one. Vijayta said, yes, sir, join from phone. Sorry, sorry, Vijayta, but if you have a Samsung Fold 2, that is a big enough. But yeah, at least you have joined. That is good. Gautam, I hope you remember this one also. Yeah. All right, and this type of strategy is a tremendous high probability setup, and we can see on this we got the opportunity from this close, boom, to this all sellers out 206 points, 206 points. Yeah, big one here. And the sixth one will go for the Euro Aussie, and then EUROCAD, and then Girija's favorite, which is USDJPY. On Euro Aussie, we got an opportunity here. We on this fellow which touched, but there was no histogram for us, so we had to wait for the histogram to appear. So we got this opportunity here on the 2nd of April. That's what Vijayta has asked. And then if you can keep the cursor here, and you will see that cursor here. Let me make this as black background, otherwise white it is probably not doing. Or I can change the color of the cursor. Let me change the color of the cursor. That is better, I think. Yeah. Oh my goodness, now you can see. So now you can see it on the 4-hour as well as the daily chart. And then the daily chart on the 1st of April, this fellow has broken the two lines, has broken the two trend lines. That is the beauty of drawing trend lines. Yeah. But we are discussing now the 4-hour strategy setups for the last week. And according to the strategy, we got 40 points, and you can improvise that, and you can go up to 130 points based on rule of 4 and all those things, and based on this setup, particularly the EMA and the pivot. And the last but one is the EURCAD. So we'll do this way, EURCAD. So these are the opportunities, Vijayta, for all of us on the 4-hourly. This is also a brilliant one, although it took some time. It happened on Thursday. Generally, we are done and dusted. Generally, we are done and dusted on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mainly Monday, Tuesday. But for EURCAD, we do not control price. Price can and will do whatever it does. So for EURCAD, it gives us an opportunity on Thursday. And again, the moving average and the pivot gave us an opportunity for 47. And that here on the daily chart, you cannot see any line because we have not drawn any lines. Because we are not a big fan of EURCAD. But anyway, we trade 4-hourly and 12-hourly and daily on. And now this is Girija's favorite. And she told much before that it is again going to go to 140.51. And actually, she is so correct. And it went and hit 151 again and again and again, only because Girija said so. So you got one opportunity, but the reward to risk is not good. So only 25 points reward, so we could have let it go. So that was the questions I tried to answer on the Vijayta. Vijayta needs to tell me whether I have answered her question, yes or no. I have too many questions, and I'll be going a little bit fast. If I'm going like a rocket, please stop me. How to identify the possible next short-term trend for the following currency pairs? Only two. Very good, Vijayta. You have asked a simple question. Sterling and Euro Aussie. Sterling and Euro Aussie next week short-term. Sterling and Euro Aussie next week short-term. Next week short-term, Sterling and Euro Aussie will be taking advantage of this. So we'll go to for no, first we go to Sterling, one of our favorite. Yeah, very good. Sterling for next week, Vijayta, just to answer your question, we always say the price is like water and it will flow in the least support or resistance line and direction. So as you can see and count the number of lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines are supporting the price. 9 lines are supporting the price, which is now at 126, 126.38, 126.38, and only one line which is here at 126.85 is possibly a resistance. So our this thing would be upward bias. So what we'll be doing, we'll be having an upward bias here. So we'll put this up, thumbs up. So for next week, our this thing bias should be upward. Market can and will do whatever it does, but for the time being, just to answer your question, there are so many supports. So I would say it would go possibly with a high probability. I can conclude that it is having the potential to go up. Next one you asked is Euro Aussie. Oh my God, Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie did a crack and snapback on our line. Look at this fellow, did a crack and snapback, cracked, and that is the beauty of joining lines, my dear friend. If you are not drawing lines, I would encourage you to draw lines from the yearly. So all the support resistance line as we have drawn, and then go to quarterly and draw these quarterly lines, if any, and then go to monthly. These are miraculous lines, and as you can see, there are resistance at this point, and this resistance is coming from the yearly. This resistance is coming from the yearly at 165.88. Now we are at 164.71. So 117 points to the upside. So possibly I would take this one. Before I comment this one, I need to see a little bit on Euro, because Euro Aussie is a derived product from Euro USD. So I need to see Euro USD, what it is doing. It is doing good, not bad. So it is doing good, with a hammer. And I need to see a little bit of Aussie before I comment on Euro Aussie. So I go to Euro Aussie, Aussie. And what is Euro Aussie? Euro Aussie. So I'll go long. Same. Very nice. So because Aussie dollar is having 3 resistances, so I'll go along with Euro Aussie. I'll go along with Euro Aussie, because Aussie dollar compared to Euro would possibly not move slower, slower as we saw on Euro and Aussie. Did I answer your question, Vijayta? I know you are in phone. Vijayta says thanks for answering it. Brilliant, excellent. Now I'll quickly go to Gautam's question, and then I have questions from our friend Andrew. Andrew is doing tremendous. Andrew is putting tremendous effort in whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to become a successful trader, like Ben, all of you, like Marty, all of you are putting or have put a lot of efforts, a lot of time, because there is no get rich quick scheme here going on for last 13 years. We are a 13-year-old company. So there is no get rich quick scheme here, and this is and there is no shortcut to success. So having said that, Andrew, being a new joinee, he's putting all the great effort. And what is Gautam is asking something on audition, so which will be answering that. And Gautam is also asking from the monthly class Forex. He's asking 3 questions. First one, discuss short-term, medium-term, long-term trends for Euro, yen. Very good question. Whenever you see any chart, what are the first few things you look for to come to some conclusion on trend identification, sample setup, trap, potential buy-sell entries? My goodness, my friend, you have punched 4 questions into one. I appreciate your English here. All right, so we'll go to see Euro first. I'll try to identify trend, then sample setup, then trap. All right, and buy sell entry. Okay, let me do my best on the Euro first. So Euro US, we briefly touched on that, but we'll go for the next short term. Before I answer, like I took some time, 1 minute 30 seconds time to answer Euro Aussie Vijayta's question. I went to Euro US and went to Aussie and then permutation combination is a product Euro Aussie, and I said we'll be long on long bias. Market can and will do whatever it does. Our 70% bias are generally true for last 13 years. So for euro, we'll see what the dollar index is doing. The dollar index is a basket of 6 currency pairs. That is euro, sterling, yen, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, and Swedish krona. These 6 currency pairs. Look at this fellow. This is a difficult because everyone is possibly expecting during the June FOMC, during the June FOMC. During the June FOMC, they will possibly, they means the United States Fed or United States Reserve Bank, that is the Fed, will probably cut interest rate, because of whatever CPI they are having as beta. So in the last, I think in the last quarter, FOMC, that's it, FOMC. When was that? FOMC this one, FOMC economic projection, FOMC economic projections on 21st. On the press conference also, the Fed rate is now 5.5%. So probably when this started reducing, they started 5.25, then the possibility of dollar not in favor will increase. So dollar not in favor means it is having too many resistance as such. Technically also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My goodness! And look at this. These are all yearly resistance. Oh my God! Yearly, monthly, yeah. Yearly, and we had one yearly support here and one more yearly support. So it is quite a 50-50, but I would say we'll have a negative bias on this one because we had a tremendous harami, and then harami and or evening star. If I change this to those of you who are studying candlestick with us, that's a harami, not a dark cloud cover, harami, and this is a beautiful harami. And so harami in Japanese candlestick, as you know, is a pregnant lady. So this is the baby. This is a big baby, I think. And then evening star, and then hanging man and inverted hammer. Everything happening at a resistance. So I'll be having negative bias on this one. So I'll be having we'll be having at NP Financials a positive bias. That means long for this one, because there's a piercing. That is a tremendous piercing. And we'll be having a positive bias for that one. So that quenches trend identification. There is no trend here, my dear friend. Of course, there is Marty would do a better job than me, probably. Marty would do a definite better job than me, possibly. If I do this one as an impulsive, if I do this one as an impulsive, and these are corrective, I would say we'd be starting impulsive on the euro dollar. But I take Marty's help on that. If I'm wrong, Marty can tell me that, but you're grossly wrong or correct. Sample setup will come as per our strategy. Any trap? I don't find any trap here. The only trap which was there is a inverted hammer. But we don't see inverted hammer at support. We try to see inverted hammer. Tyrone is doing good job in candlestick. He has become a masterpiece in candlestick, right, Tyrone? Right. So
I'm trying.
He's trying. Yeah, very good. So we don't see hanging man, inverted hammer on near a support. So this is a trap. But we don't fall in trap because we are professional traders. So there is no such trap. Potential buy and sell orders would be according to our strategy. And then second question is, what is VWAP? Okay, volume weighted average price. Okay, that's not a good one. But anyway, question is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying question is not a good question. Is very good one. But VWAP is possibly not as not anywhere close to our shadow, which we will show in a minute. The third question is also shares. Share trading mindset. Kerry is the masterpiece here, and she will be taking us through, as I said, 45 minutes today, and how it is different from forex trading mindset, major mistakes to avoid during share trading. Yeah, I can touch the middle one. I leave the first and last part to Kerry Brown, our renowned psychologist. So I'll talk the how it is different for forex trading. All these asset classes, my dear friend, all these asset classes for forex, commodities, indices, bonds, cryptocurrencies, shares are different. That is why we have different instruction based discussion for commodity, for forex, for shares, for cryptocurrency, and for Elliott wave, and for intraday. Having said that, I just try to answer that question. Forex is derived, all these products are derivatives. Derivative means it is derived from something, from underlying instruments, from underlying asset classes. So forex is derived mainly from the interest rate. Interest rate is based on mainly on CPI. Consumer Price Index is a measure of inflation. So now if you ask me what is the single most important news, I would not say FOMC, I would say CPI, Consumer Price Index, my dear friend, especially for United States, which is coming on this Wednesday. Wednesday is 10th at 10:30. Be aware of this news. So previous was 0.4. They are expecting the pundits. The pundits said the gold. The pundits said the gold is overextended. Pundits said the golds were overextended, and we say we are not pundits, but our gold is hitting eighth target. Gold has hit our eighth target when we posted here. This is a brilliant article posted by Marty. And before that, we posted that Donald Trump and world stock market. And this is happening in November. And we said on 26th of February, then we said that gold is going to go and hit our possible 10 targets. Again, I repeat, market can and will do whatever it does. Market can and will do whatever it does. And out of the 10 targets, we are proud to announce that gold has hit 8 of our 10 targets, my dear friend. From 2059 to 2500, gold is now near to hit our 9th target, 2353. So that is the success of our asset class evaluations for last 11 years, which is almost more than 80%. You can go and read. So I was talking about forex as an asset class. It is derived from interest rate. That means it is a derivation from the Reserve Bank governor and his team to decide on that. So that is almost a team. FOMC is a team of 14-member MPC in England, in Great Britain, member of Parliament Committee. They are a team of 9. I don't know in Reserve Bank how many people are there. Ben or Marty or Tyron can actually educate me on that, on the number of team members in Reserve Bank who take the decision on the interest rate which drives foreign exchange. So that is the asset class. And commodity is mother nature, my dear friend. If there is a flood in India or China or Pakistan or Bangladesh, the rice price will go up. If there is a flood in Queensland, the banana price will go up. So entirely mother nature controls commodity. Shares is derived from the shares is controlled by the management quality and the product quality or the service quality. These are the main 3 things, and of course the vision of this company and how much it is return on investment it is giving us. All those parameters, Gautam, which we have learned: ROE, cash, and then P, and then all those things, earnings, yeah, all those things. So shares is derived from management, basically. So all these things are different. That is why all the asset classes are extremely different. And mindset, I give it to Kerry. I leave it to Kerry Brown. What is VWAP? VWAP is a volume weighted average price indicator. As you know, we don't use any standard indicators. We have our proprietary indicators developed by us, which is being running for last 13 years without a change. So just to show you, just to compare with VWAP with our own indicator, I'll go to our share trading strategy. And in that share trading strategy, we will see, come on, where are you? They're hiding. Okay, Tesla. Tesla, we shorted on this point on according to our strategy. We bought here according to the strategy. All right. So now I'll go to maybe another one, which is possibly Apple. Maybe we trade again. We trade only only shares. Apple, Amazon, Goldman Sachs. Oh no, Goldman Sachs. We have replaced Goldman Sachs with Nvidia for the first time in 13 years. We have changed that one. Otherwise, Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, that is Facebook, Cochlear, CSL, CSL are there. So this is our indication, that is to go short on here on Apple, again short on here on Apple. Now if I have to put this thing on VWAP, so you can go there, settings, price, and then you can bring VWAP. So add indicator and VWAP, VWAP, volume weighted average price. All right. So this is the VWAP in front of you. My goodness, I could not even. Okay, let me change this to price. Let me change this price to this fellow so that we understand VWAP. What is it coming as? So I have changed this. I have changed this to price as this. Make it a single color, and then VWAP in front of you. VWAP in front of you is coming like this. So what is VWAP? Let me explain what is VWAP. VWAP it will tell you actually what is the average price. What is the average price, or loosely what is the measurement of the average price a security has traded, or a stock has traded at throughout the day. That is why it is if you see VWAP, it is a daily. I would say VWAP is more relevant to intraday trading compared to the end of day or 2-day, because it talks about throughout the day based on both volume and price. Okay, so based on volume and price, it will tell us if price is above the VWAP, it is generally bullish. If price is below the VWAP, it is bearish. So let me try to explain that. We don't use VWAP; it is no good for us. Let us do that for a 15 minutes chart. 15 minutes chart. This is. So you can say that from this point you can go short, this point you can go short, this point you can go long, lose money, go long. My goodness, it is crazy. We don't recommend VWAP. So that answers. I tried to answer your question, Gautam. Did I answer your question? Marty said 12 members. Thank you very much, Marty. So now I'll go to. I hope I have answered Gautam's question. Yes or no, Gautam? Then I'll go to. Andrew's question. Andrew, some questions, yeah. And then I'll hand it over to someone. Do you have any questions so far, or am I the only person who is talking? I was only answering Vijayta's question and Gautam's question. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Pratap. Gautam here. You answered successfully my questions. Only one question before I let you go is related to the same VWAP thingy. You said VWAP is, our shadow thingy is better than VWAP.
Yeah.
Can you just put a small light on it? Yeah.
Yeah, much better. Our sample setup is much better than VWAP, 100%, and because there is no indicator as such which we have not tried in last 13 years. So we have tried everything, including VWAP. So we have our strategy tells us to go long here, to go long here, to go long here. VWAP does not tell anyone because it is a volume weighted average price. Yeah, it's only telling us whether it is overpriced or underpriced. Okay.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah. No, thanks for that. The only reason I asked VWAP is because I was browsing the NP Financial website for share trading, that particular main link, and it is written that in the share trading module, you teach how to properly utilize VWAP.
Yeah, VWAP.
That's the reason I thought maybe I'm doing share trading module at the moment, why VWAP hasn't been discussed yet. That's the reason I asked. Yeah.
So today we discuss VWAP. You are not knowledgeable about VWAP. Okay.
Yeah. So that's okay. No worries. Yeah.
Fantastic. Really good. So we'll go to Andrew's difficult question. My goodness, he's asking, in a recession, what is the impact on the forex market? Oh my God, I want to see a recession. Is there less volume or less opportunity because less investment happening, or does it happen impact because we are trading, not investment? Yeah, you have already answered your question. We do not have any impact on the recession, but only the only thing which I can tell you, during the recession the volatility will be high. Volatility is our friend as trader. As trader, volatility is our friend. Yeah, volatility is our friend. So we'll be using it, whether it goes up or down. We don't care. We'll be taking opportunity. But just to answer you like a pundit, I'm not. So during a recession, first of all, we need to understand what is the precursor. What is the precursor of recession? Precursor of recession, surprisingly, is the employment or unemployment. Unemployment or unemployment. So if you see, the unemployment is 3.8% in America. That is 96.2% are employed. Bullshit. Sorry. So what they are saying is the 96% in America. No, not at all. Because they do not count the people who are not going to the exchange and filing that I am unemployed. They are not doing that. They are not. So if you see, the unemployment at 3.5 is at the lowest. So this is the precursor to recession according to NP Financials, because when the unemployment is at the lowest, then the economy is at the highest. That means economy has done everything it can do. Everything it can do, economy has done it. So there is no further improvement on the economy to do. With generative AI or without generative AI, OpenAI, ChatGPT, all those Gemini, all those things. Yeah. So as you can see, America economy is not growing; it is flat. That is, and the unemployment is 3.9. So this is the fear. When the economy is at the highest, unemployment is at the lowest, then there is a highest probability that we will be having recession. So that is what we are expecting, a recession, and come recession we'll be enjoying the volatility. I hope I understand and answered your question. If not, tell me. And then second question, what about trading with a larger market mover? Some traders try to identify where large banks and market movers are injecting volume and try to trade with them. Oh my God. Do you incorporate the perspective at all about trading? We already did that, Andrew, in the form of P-star, T-star, peak star and trough star are nothing but what the investors are doing. Peaks and troughs are, according to our understanding, what the hedge fund managers or the mutual fund managers are doing. And then we go to EUD, up bar, down bar, and our strategy to actually, this is a very important question. We actually have already incorporated whether the investors or the mutual fund and all the traders. Now we are in 13%. Initially we are 7%. With the speculators or the traders actually are growing in number. So we have already incorporated that in our strategy, and we go according to the perspective of investors and traders and mutual fund managers. Automation, third question. Automation is interesting to me. Have you experimented with of course, we have done experiment. Marty has done a tremendous experimentation. Not only experimentation, is very big in automation. We have done personally at NP Financial 3 years of automation, but we believe and we have seen my friends all over the world. Those of you who are doing bot trading or automation or discretionary trade, non-discretionary trading, we are discretionary traders, but many of you are also non-discretionary traders. But all these strategy generated signals are actually non-discretionary. This is all non-discretionary. These are all automation, because these are all programs which is done back end, which is done at the back end. So our strategy is a mix of non-discretion and discretion, which is automation and manual. So I think we have incorporated both your questions in a very well way, better way, and quality with the that's the
Sorry, Pathak, cannot hear you.
Yeah, I think we've lost you, Partha.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Sorry, Partha, we're not hearing you.
Hey guys, just a second. I'm just getting a call from Partha now.
Oh, no worries.
Hey guys, so it looks like Partha's just doing a bit of a restart on his computer and he will be back soon. So I guess I may as well make a start and seeing if I can shed any light on any of the questions that were asked just before. Hello, Partha, are you back? Well, anyway, I'll share my screen. And my